Okay, so Kayla is leaving us. She has a show to go to April 30th.
Yes, I have a
My
show.
birthday.
April 30th at the Monaco, starting at 8 p.m. And I gotta go practice for my show. Come out. Thank you, Writers Room. I'll catch y'all next time.
Yes.
Said Writers Room like you ain't a part of us. Like
We
you was a
definitely
guest.
gonna get. We're definitely gonna talk about
She said like she was a guest. Thank you, Writers Room,
You
for
did
having
sound like
me.
you was a feature guest crew
It was
that I'm
fun
also
being
a
on
part
here.
of.
Yeah, like you ain't a part of the squad.
Grammy
because
nominated.
this her table.
Emmy
New
winner.
York bestseller.
Kayla Thompson.
You did sound like
Thank you, Writers Room.
And we're back, and we also have
New Kayla.
yes, hey, April 30th we're going down at the Monaco. Love sucks. And Kev, so you were saying.
So yeah, the boardwalk, right? You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I noticed about the boardwalk that I wanted to know if everybody else noticed as well is because we were just talking about the dynamic between the parents, but did y'all peep how they were the only black couple that we seen, and how every other white couple there was all lovey-dovey, playing games, feeding each other? The only thing she was seeing was the white couples in love and her parents fighting. I thought that was something.
I was thinking that too, but
Yeah.
I feel like
They were the only
were
black people in the movie.
I thought
They
they
were
was the only black couple.
They were
They
only
were.
black people that was in that scene though.
They were the only black people in the movie.
True.
After,
I'm talking about on the boardwalk part.
On the boardwalk?
The
I
only-
feel like
only-
I saw-
I ain't seen no more
Alright.
black
I didn't
people.
see.
I don't know.
I didn't. All I saw was
And
them
even
three.
when she went
I'm
over,
gonna have to look at it.
even when
Okay.
she went over the spill in the tunnels, you still didn't see black people. Even when they was dealing with like on the roller coaster and they was all in their room, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
They was in the room doing the back end. We didn't see no other black people. But I also said something earlier, and I was like, they the only black people on that whole beach for their vacation. Like no other black people went there.
Because I was
Black
peeping at, I
people
was
shouldn't
looking
go
at
there.
that, and I'm just like, why is it, why I don't see any other black people? But then I was also thinking like, she's looking around at everybody as they're walking, as they're talking, and I'm like, their dynamic is so messed up. But then she looks over at this couple here, they feeding each other, you know, saying all lovey-dovey. Then you look over at the next couple. It's like it cuts from them walking and talking, arguing, to her looking at the couple. Them back to them walking and talking.
Seeing all those
And
dynamics
looking,
and
to
different
them
people.
looking at the couple playing jacks in
And
their
when we're talking
hands.
about
Point of
her,
view.
we're talking about the younger version.
The younger,
of her.
Exactly.
my fault.
Yeah, the
I'm
younger
assuming
version of
y'all seen the movie. If you watching this and you ain't seen the movie, you
You
just
dumb as
really
hell.
don't. Why?
Well, it
Yeah.
bounced
Why?
around.
It's
So,
a lot of
you
schools.
know,
No
say the
shot.
older her
That's
and the younger her.
no smoke, no shade to Mo. You know what I'm saying? That's
'Cause
my
he
bro. My
recording. Yeah, we
bad.
love you too,
But
too.
you know what I'm saying. But you know, old girl. You know, the little girl. Like I said, it just that caught my eye because it was like boom, argument, boom, happy couple, boom, argument, boom, happy couple, back to the argument. I was just
Looking
like,
at
damn.
her
I'm like, you know, I'm like, damn. Is he foreshadowing, you know, the dysfunction between the family, and that's why she ran off, and you know, because she was just like, y'all
I'm
ain't
looking
paying
for something
attention.
else. I'm done with y'all. That's what she was saying.
Yeah,
done with y'all.
yeah. She was like, I'm tired of watching my dad be drunk, and then my mama, I just don't talk to her, so I'm finna just go wander off on the motherfucking boardwalk. And
But another
freak
thing that I
myself out.
noticed in there as well, since you know, we brought up Jeremiah 11:11 already. But did you notice that when she picked the shirt, she was like number 11?
Yeah.
And like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
she was like number 11. Then Jeremiah 11:11. And then, fast forward, we gonna get to this, but when he was on the couch checking on the Giants game, score was tied 11-11.
I didn't see that.
I see
wow.
that. Then the clocks, all the clocks,
11-11.
11-11.
Yep.
And then at the end, ambulance, 11-11. So that's why I feel like I wanted to save that,
The
but it was
ambulance had 11-11.
11.
on
It
top
had
of-
11-11. Yep.
Yeah, when
I
they
missed
panned
it.
out, yeah, it said 11.
Because we gonna get back to that.
And it was a weird spot too. I didn't know it was numbers on top of like you know.
Insert
ambulance and
X-Files
stuff
music.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
So I want to save that for later because that's like more deeper into the movie. But I wanted to bring that up because we were talking about the boardwalk, and that's where it started when she was like number 11, and it goes and like I said, I feel like Jeremiah 11 was part of it. I feel like the number, the duality of the numbers also meant something. It was foreshadowing more because you know 1-1, 11-11, the multiples and things like that. I also feel like it was a lot of foreshadowing onto that part as well. So you know, foreshadowing, you know, the dysfunction between the family that, you know, led her to being, you know, walking off on her own, and basically her pops wasn't paying attention. Her mom was gone, so she left to wander.
Right.
And you know, and
go to another page of that. Have you noticed? You gotta be very, very determined to get away from a situation to put yourself in something that terrifies the hell out of you. True. So it was dark. What child is nobody else on the beach? Nobody else. For her to go all the way down on the sand, look at the lightning, turn around and walk into the creepiest thing that's on the beach. Then she went in there, and then the owl spooked her. My little behind, even with it being daylight out, because I remember the carnivals back in the day, I'd have been out of there. But she kept walking.
And I think it was because of the find yourself part.
She kept walking. She was like, listen, it can't be no worse than what's back there. So for her to be that determined to be like, I got to find something different, something better to do. It's my birthday. I got to get away from this situation. She had to be very, very troubled to go through that.
And but that makes sense, because if she's coming out of trauma and dysfunction, she's liable to go towards curiosity of what is dysfunctional. Like, you know, she's a kid, so how she's probably processing seeing that whole little portal, because 1111 also stands for a portal too. You you open up a can of worms, or you write a check your ass can't cash, that type of thing. And she gravitates to dark. Yeah. And I think that's what led the lower her, calling her in her curiosity and looking for something, because like coming from trauma myself, I understand, like, you know, you come from dysfunction, you're going to vibrate towards dysfunction. And not saying that it was dysfunction by looking at, like, you know, for yourself. She's being dysfunctional because she's defiant. She's like not staying where she's supposed to be. She doesn't want to hang with her mom. She wants to wander off. A child who does that is looking in search for something. And then maybe she was probably 8, and she looking and read find yourself, like you're looking for something.
But if she's trying to find herself, the tether is gonna do what you're doing. So if she's trying to, she's trying to find herself, the tether below is gonna try to find herself. So as she's walking, she's going down the steps on the boardwalk, and she goes down the steps. The tether comes up the steps. She hits a turn and she goes towards the beach. It hits a turn and it goes down that long generator hallway. And then next thing you know, she walks through that area through the mirrors, and she's walking through the tunnel. And then they all of a sudden they meet each other.
I'm gonna get to that. She was whispering "Itsy Bitsy Spider." Now, what is the song?
Shadows. Okay.
No, not even what is the actual lyrics of the Itsy Bitsy Spider though?
Okay, so Itsy Bitsy Spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
Hit a beat.
Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider something again.
So, you know what I'm saying? Rain. Now you didn't peek. It was raining when she walked in there. It started raining immediately when she walked in there. So that's basically when she was going down the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And basically by the time that, you know what I'm saying, she walked in the tunnel, and then the doppelganger started whistling.
It's a tether, y'all.
It's the tether. Doppelganger tether, other clone.
No, because doppelganger is just somebody else somewhere that kind of look like you. They're tethered. They were called
okay, we'll call them tethered from here on out. Toy be knowing. So. But you know what I'm saying? And then, oh my bad. But even with the end of the song, you know what I'm saying, when the spider comes out again, when, you know, everything is all done and said. So it's like, I felt like that was also foreshadowing as well from Jordan Peele to have her whistling that song when she's going down a tunnel when the other one's coming up. And then boom, it's, you know, the switch and everything's like that. I felt like that was some dope foreshadowing in the story. Because like I said, you know what I'm saying, when you look at the lyrics of Itsy Bitsy Spider and what it actually saying is, you know, the spider is trying to come up. Because you peep when she was in the room after she had handcuffed her, there was a spider on the table. That was the actual spider that crawled out, and it was an actual spider as well. I thought that was, you know, maybe that was just
It was a spider on the table when they first got to the vacation home, and she was laying on the couch.
She just watched it.
She just looked at it.
It was a spider next to a spider, wasn't it?
Yeah, that too. And I was like, interesting, Itsy Bitsy Spider, and then the meaning of how, you know what I'm saying, you got the spider.
Spider has a meaning too.
You know what? Yeah, look that up, because I didn't get that deep. I was just like, oh, Itsy Bitsy Spider, you know what I'm saying, trying to come up, water's washing down, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it may be intentional. I may be looking too deep.
No.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is this good foreshadowing?
The way Jordan Peele works.
But what I thought about was 11:11, you know, people say 11:11 make a wish. And when I thought about Jeremiah 11:11, we talked about that earlier, is that like even when you try to like call my name, you know, to help you, it's like now you're gonna still go through the destruction.
What you starting?
So it's just like even though I make a wish for something I want, it's probably not gonna happen because
Right.
yeah, I feel like the scripture and then like that tied together.
So, spider. Spider, a spiritual meaning, means spider allows one to contact with one's deepest wisdom and nurtures a sense of connection and integration at all levels. Her web symbolizes the tying together of loose ideas into a tidy package.
Tether.
The lesson of the spider is maintaining balance between past and future, male and female, spiritual and physical, is ego and spirit.
Tethers.
See, like everybody gonna be looking at this like these fools are pretty good.
All right, stop. Breathe.
You know what I'm saying?
Breathe, everybody. Everybody, let's breathe.
Okay, you know. But at the end of the day, don't be looking at us like we get too deep about this. All right, breathe.
For me, it was just kind of funny because they was like all off beat, and I was like, I wonder if it's because she's the tether that when she was trying to teach her son how to snap his fingers, she was just like, hey.
You ain't think about that yet. You was just like, what black woman ain't got no rhythm?
Exactly.
What?